My name is Chris Maricos, and in this video I'm going to tell you the difference between the words hard and hardly. And they are very different, so pay attention. So what's the difference between hard and hardly? Most people think that hard is an adjective and hardly is an adverb, and that's it. But that's wrong, because they actually have different meanings. And the word hard can be an adjective and an adverb, and hardly can only be an adverb. So let's look at what they really mean. We know that when hard is an adjective, it can be the opposite of soft, right? Like your pillow is soft, it's not hard, but a rock is hard, not soft. Hard can also mean difficult or challenging for us to do, right? So we could say that exam or that test was hard. That test was so hard. It means it was very difficult. But hardly does not mean that. Hardly does not mean not soft, and hardly does not mean difficult. Hardly means almost not. Almost not. So probably you know the word almost. And hardly is very similar to almost, but it's the opposite. So if we say, how often do you work? And if you answer, I hardly work, this means that I almost do not work. I work a very, very little amount. A little bit, right? It does not mean that I work hard. These are different things. We can say, he works hard. This means he's a good worker. He works a lot. And we can say, he hardly works. And this means he almost doesn't work. So when we use hardly, it means almost and then not. So if you said, I hardly speak English, this does not mean that English is difficult for you. This means that you almost do not speak English. You speak English a very, very little bit. I hardly speak English. And maybe it's not about how much English you know. Maybe it's about how often you speak English. Like, when I travel abroad, I speak English all the time. But when I'm at home, I hardly speak English. So that's how we can understand the difference between hard and hardly. Hard means not soft or difficult, and hardly means almost not, or a very little bit, right? So I hope that this video helped you understand the difference between hard and hardly. And if you feel like you hardly speak English when you're at home, or you hardly speak English in your life, right? You almost don't speak English at all, then I have something for you. I have a program called Everyday English, and you can speak with me and other professional English-speaking teachers every day.